Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope that you are all having an amazing Friday. Today's Friday the 13th, and quickly wanted to talk about three oversold stocks I just added to my three overbought stocks that I just added to my overbought watch list. I want to remind you that these three different companies currently are still pushing higher. So therefore, again, when direction is in favor of the bulls, you never want to short them, but I think now is a good time to have the conversation. If any of them meet your criteria, you can feel free to add it to your watch list. Or if you feel like I missed one and you want to share whatever overbought stock you're looking at to potentially short, or maybe you're just more of a seller, right? You're taking profits because it looks overbought and it might be getting ready to sell off, feel free to share it down in the comment section. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first one that I want to talk about is Rivian. Rivian recently reported earnings, and although they did exceed expectation, the thing that I wanted to bring up very quickly is that Rivian is still a company that loses a ton of money. And as of last quarter, they got rid of government subsidies. So now, in my opinion, it only makes sense that things are bound to get worse. Now, supposedly they're going to be releasing a new vehicle that's supposedly going to be competing with Tesla a little bit better. But again, a net income of $3.6 billion, Rivian's no longer a new car company, and it looks like it's still continuously getting worse. If we pull up the pro research, we could see that, quarter after quarter revenue has been somewhat upticking, but with guidance for a lot of these companies as consumer spending is expected to slow down in 2026, do we actually expect Rivian to get out of the red? Because that's the big question. Is Rivian still trading at an expensive premium because they are still not a profitable company? They're trading at a negative PE ratio of 4.8 times their earnings. Just before this week, Rivian was downtrending, consistent lower lows and lower highs. That's what caught my attention. It's not like this is a stock that was performing well and then just pushed up even higher, right? No, this is a company that's been selling off. Wall Street has not liked Rivian, as again, it's traded relatively flat for the past few years. It has its highs of right around $18 to $19 per share, and then it has its lows of right around $9 to $10 per share. It does have somewhat of an ascending support, so I do want to point that out. But when you look at it on the shorter time frames, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30-minute, you can see that overbought reversal really begin to form, and you can see trading volume. There is no question that the past 2 days, based off of earnings, has brought a lot of attention. If profit taking begins to present itself, then selling pressure should begin to kick in. Again, just a conversation where I thought this was something that I wanted to add to my radar of a possible short, not necessarily for next week, because again, it can continue to uptick, but at least add it to my watch list and try to do and create a healthy habit of following up with this. So if it does begin to sell off from current levels, if it just returns back to previous lows of right around $14 per share, it has over 21% of downside. That's why I thought it was a conversation worth having. Remember, when it comes down to shorting a stock, it comes at a greater form of risk because technically there is no cap on how high a stock can go. So therefore, if you do plan to open up a short, risk management is A1. It needs to be A1, and it needs to be something that you keep as top priority. The second stock that I wanted to talk about is Coinbase. Coinbase has been getting destroyed since, what is this? I don't even want to call it out there. That's when it made new all-time highs. But ever since it peaked, and that was kind of October of 2025, since Bitcoin hit new all-time highs around this time, Coinbase has been on a consistent low. Not only that, but Coinbase also just reported, in my opinion, terrible earnings. We talked about this yesterday because we find it to be so funny. They reported a $600 million loss. And look, their PE ratio is now even trading at a more expensive premium. I think, what was it? Yeah, their net profit, their net income was, I thought, in the 3 billions. But after that $600 million loss yesterday, it looks like they're at the 1.2. It trades at a P ratio of 29.6 times its earnings. So, I mean, it's not super expensive. That's the thing that I do want to highlight. It's not super expensive, not trading at a crazy premium, but you can tell that it's been on a consistent downturn. And I think it has to do more with your overall outlook. If you are still bullish on Bitcoin and you think that the Bitcoin bull run is still here, then it would make no sense on why you would short something like this, because you only expect Bitcoin to recover. And as trading activity picks up, as Bitcoin recovers, it makes sense on why revenue is expected to increase for companies like Coinbase. And I respect that, right? But if you think that we are headed to possibly make new lows because of maybe the government shutdown that's supposed to happen tomorrow, and or whatever your case might be, crypto winter is here, right? If we end up breaking support here, then we have the gap down potential. When looking at the 4 hour, the 1 hour, you can see this overbought reversal. The only reason that it gapped up is, did maybe it's sell off a little bit too much right before earnings. And although earnings were bad, maybe it wasn't as bad as what Wall Street expected. I don't know if I'm buying that story, because right after they reported, it's not like it quickly gapped up. It happened during normal trading hours that it pushed up 16%. And because it pushed up 16%, it was a previous descending pattern. So if it does return back to previous lows, it offers about 14% of potential downside. But again, if it holds here and it does not show confirmation of a reversal, I would not short this, especially if Bitcoin begins to uptick, right? Coin pretty much trades at a proxy, a leverage proxy at that, of whatever Bitcoin is trading at. So if Bitcoin begins to downtrend, then normally so does coin. Again, just wanted to make sure that you were aware of what the catalyst was, and that was earnings. In my opinion, it was still bad earnings, but maybe not as bad as what was expected, because it was selling off leading up to its earnings, and that was due to Robinhood reporting earnings, and they also missed. But it wasn't this substantial of a sell-off, and also Robinhood didn't report a $600 million loss in Q4 of 2025. Just my 2 cents. The last one I want to talk about is Fastly. This one has gathered a lot of attention. I would not short this. It's too high risk for me. But again, that's just me. It's trading at $18 per share. It has previous lows of $7 to $8, and it has not been selling off. So I would not say that it would be a safe short. It does definitely come at a greater form of risk, but I just thought that I would entertain this idea, as it's a stock that is trading at a huge, very high, elevated level that normally doesn't trade at that level. You can see trading volume has began to pick up, and if volume begins to fade and profit taking begins to follow, again, just wanted to have the conversation. Not that it has to sell off, because again, this stock has been having insane days, 13% today. It's had 20 to 60% days. So again, if you're a beginner and you're just trying to get lucky, this would be something that I would completely stay away from. You need to be experienced, and you also need to know how to tolerate that kind of volatility. So just wanted to make sure that we had the conversation, because it is overbought and it's trading at a much higher price level than where it normally does. But again, just because it is trading at an elevated level doesn't mean that it has to sell off just because you opened up a short. Right? We are on the market's time. They're not on our time. So let's stay patient, stay calculated, set alerts. If any of these meet your criteria, maybe you can add it to your watch list and we can follow up with it when it makes sense. Although I talked about overbought stocks today, I did want to follow up and talk about oversold stocks. What are some companies that I'm thinking about buying the dip on and investing in long term? It definitely isn't going to be really tech related, because most of tech is a little elevated, but I feel like I can gather a small list of 2 or 3 different stocks that I'm looking at to invest in long term. So again, if you guys would like to see that video, all I literally ask you to do is drop a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget, I do trade live every morning, and if you want to watch me trade live as soon as Tuesday, because I believe the market is closed on Monday, again, it's the second link in the description down below. You can sign up right now and start watching me trade live as soon as the market opens the next business day. So I appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.